Okay, let's warm up the upper body just a little bit first and get moving. So let's take a nice inhale. Exhale, relax your shoulders and your body. Keep them down. We'll exhale to your right. Inhale up and your left. Try to feel that stretch in your back. Inhale up. Exhale forward over your legs, letting your spine round. You want to kind of feel like you're rounding away from a little beach ball. Inhale, stack back up. Place the hands behind your head and let your upper thoracic spine just open gently to the ceiling, feeling that little release there. Good. Stack it back up. We'll do that one more time. Release it over to your right. Inhale up and over to your left. Inhale up, pressing that hip down. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Hands back behind the head and open up that chest gently to the ceiling. Good, and then let's come into those legs. Keep the hands up if we can today. Feet are out a little wider than your knees. You're going to drop your knees to one side. Try to sit up as straight and tall as you can. You're keeping the arms kind of in the center, little I dream of Jeannie. So one leg is medially rotating while the other leg laterally rotates. Come up, you medially rotate one, laterally rotate the other. That's the tough side for me right there. And then this side goes a little easier. So you can see, even with me and doing this all the time, one leg just goes a little further than the other. As I get a little more warmed up, it gets a little more comfortable, but it's normal to have that sensation. So let's go over to one side, and this time you're going to rotate your body, hands on the floor, and just round over. Try to press that outside hip onto the floor. Come back up, rotate to the other side, rotate the upper body, and round over to that side. Deepening that flexion into the spine. So again, the hip flex, the twist, and then stretch forward. Bring it up, go the other side, twist, and stretch. Good, bring it up, twist, rotate, and stretch. One more time, come up, twist, rotate, and stretch. Good, I'm just gonna sneak back a little bit because I walked forward on my mat a little bit. I'm gonna sweep my feet to the other side. I'm gonna adjust a little bit so that I'm a little bit more to 90 and 90 here. So one knee is back aligned with this hip, this knee is aligned with that hip. So again, lateral rotation on both. This time our hand's gonna come down. We're just gonna stretch up into the side, pressing both hips up to the ceiling and slightly forward with that lateral flex. Also bringing it into the shoulders, sweep around and come toward the feet. Good, press the hand into the floor, lift up the hips, open the chest, set down, rotate toward the feet. One more time, hand to the floor, lift up, open the chest, set down, rotate toward the feet. Okay, here comes your fun little challenge, the transition. Hands out in front of you if you can. Take this outside leg up. You got it. Other leg up. So both feet are up. There's my bare feet. Now we're going to take that last leg you picked up, place it down behind you. Try to get it way back. And then that front leg to the side. So now your legs are to the other side. You're going to try to adjust if you need to. Then place the hand down. Lift the hips up into the stretch on this side. Good. Set down. This time our body rotates and we sweep across toward the feet on the other side. Again, hands down, come up, inhale. Set the hips down, rotate toward the feet, exhale. One more time, hands down, come up, inhale. Set down, rotate, exhale. Good, now we have to do the same challenge on this side. So, hands back in front of you. You can dream of Jeannie. We're going to take that outside leg up. Lift from the chest, keep the abs nice and tight. Bring the inside leg up. Good. It looks like Eliza just stood right on up out of there. If she did, that was great. I hope you did that with no hands, Eliza, on the floor. All right. Set your feet down. We'll go back to the first side. We're going to bring both feet now to the side. We're going to go right into some side planks, okay? So we're going to continue to warm up here. I'm going to start with a high plank. If high plank doesn't feel great on your shoulder or your wrist, try coming to a fist, or you can lower down to the elbow if you need to, okay? So yeah, we're going right into it here. So we're starting with a high plank. Our knees are together, slightly forward of our hips. So there is a bit of a flex at my waist here because my knees are forward in front of me just a little bit. Not too far, just a little. Inhale from here. I'm going to exhale, press my hips up, pressing gently toward the camera. So now I'm in alignment. My knees and my hand are lined up and my feet are slightly behind. So if I were to lift that arm, it's a nice half star position. Good. Now I want you to flex, lower that hip toward the floor and then lift it back up. Flex to lower the hip and lift it back up. Now if you're finding this is painful and it's too much range of motion, either in your back or your shoulder, come down to the elbow and come from there. So you'll see that really shortens the range of motion and how far you have to go. If you're able to keep it up on the wrist, stay where you are. You're lowering the hip and then you're lifting. You're going to do 2 more. Lower the hip and then you're going to lift. You're going to do 1 more. Lower the hip and you're going to lift and we're going to hold. Now you're going to take this top leg. We're going to lift it and lower it. Our body stays in place. Lift the leg and lower. Lift the leg and lower. Lift the leg and the foot. So both are going up, leg and foot up, leg and foot. Exhale, exhale. And I've got that knee bent right now. Hold right there. We're going to put the feet together. You're going to laterally rotate the leg and the lower. So now my feet are staying together and I'm just turning out that top hip. Again, we could be down on your side if this is too much on your shoulder. You could lower to your elbow if it's too much on your shoulder and stay there. We have 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Good, and I just want to give this shoulder a quick little break. Release that arm, let it come across. You can twist toward your feet, or if you want to, the arm can come overhead, and you can still twist toward your feet. And we're going to kind of add these together. So you're going to place the hand or the elbow back down on the floor. You're going to press the hips up and lift to the side plank. You're going to lower back down. You're going to press the hips up and lift the leg and the foot off the bottom foot, and you're going to lower back down. You're going to press up and you're going to laterally rotate and lower back down. So we do the 3 in a row. We come up with nothing. We come up with the leg. We come up with the external rotation. Come up with nothing. Come up with the leg. Come up with external rotation. 1 more set. Up with nothing. Up with the leg. Up with external rotation. Set down. Release this shoulder again. Bring it over or overhead. Good. Just working into that little warm up here. We'll go to the other side. So still warming up both the hips and the shoulders, and then we'll kind of add on to those with a little bit more work. So transition to your other side with your knees slightly in front of you, the feet back. We're going to come up into that side plank so that when you press up, that line goes through the hip up to that shoulder. Hand right under the shoulder if you can. Abs nice and tight and you're holding. You're going to lower that hip and you're going to lift up. Lower and lift up for 2. Now you might find this feels really different on this side. It's okay to adjust and come down if you need to. Remember, this shouldn't be through pain. It should be working with the right muscles and the body in the right way. Hold up here for 1. Take that top leg if you can. We're going to lift it for 8. The leg and the foot are both lifting. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the legs, the feet together. Laterally rotate that top knee, turning out 8. Squeeze up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to lower both hips, release across the body or overhead with that arm. Placing the hand or the elbow back down, we're going to combine those. So the first time we lift, it's with nothing. Then we add the leg, then we add the rotation. So we're coming up with nothing. Set the hip down. We're coming up, lifting the leg. Set down. We're coming up, rotating out. Good. Nothing. Leg. Rotate. Nothing. Leg. Rotate. 1 more set. Nothing. Leg. And rotate. and set down. Everything comes down, rotate around or bring the arm overhead. Good, you can lift that arm if you want to. Excellent, let's rotate all the way to hands and knees here. Just starting on those hands and knees with the knees right under the hips, the hands right under the shoulders. Let's just do a nice articulation of that spine. So I want you to start at the bottom of your spine with a nice tuck. Pull the belly button in, round the spine. Continue all the way up to the crown of the head. Exhale. On the inhale, let your tailbone release to neutral. See if you can articulate back up, tailbone to the crown of the head. Again, exhale, tuck the pelvis, round the spine, rounding all the way in, articulating through. Inhale. On the exhale, release to neutral, tailbone to the crown of the head. Make sure the shoulders stay away from the ears. Fingers are spread nice and wide. You could be on fist if that's more comfortable. One more time. Exhale, tuck that pelvis, round the spine, pull the belly button in, connect that core. Keep that nice round back for a second, shoulders away from the ears, and then exhale, release to neutral. Good, just take one nice inhale here and see if you can depress the shoulder blades toward your hips a little bit, open the chest just a little, feel that nice extension, and then release back to neutral. Do that 2 more times. Nice inhale, open into extension, just lengthening the tailbone slightly behind you, shoulders down away from the ears, and exhale to neutral. One more time. Inhale, exhale to neutral. Excellent job. Staying right here on hands and knees, let's go right into swimming prep. So you're going to extend opposite arm, opposite leg out, and keep that spine right in the center of the neck. Long inhale to lower both down. Exhale, opposite arm and opposite leg. Reach. Inhale down. As the arm reaches, make sure it stays down away from that shoulder blade. You want to keep the pelvis right in place. Let no movement happen in the shoulders or in your pelvis. So exhale to reach. Inhale back down, moving with your body, with your breath pattern as you're reaching. Exhale. Exhale. Good. The next one with your right leg, your left arm, I want you to stay there. So you're going to reach that right leg out, that left arm out. Keep the shoulders in place. Hold your balance. Keep the abs tight. No movement in the pelvis. Really weave all those muscles in together. Now, you're going to try to pull your elbow to your knee, but I don't want you to end up rounding like this. I want you to try to get that knee up as high as you can toward the elbow with no movement or rounding of the spine. Exhale, pull in. Try to touch. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, 4. Inhale, reach. You're working really hard to stay neutral in the spine, not moving it. 5, 6, 7, one more. 8, we're going to lower that down and extend the left leg, the right arm. Inhale here, stay in place. Exhale, knee toward the opposite elbow. Don't let your spine move and extend out. Exhale, inhale, reach long. Exhale, inhale long. So we're really working hard both in the shoulders. We're not rotating. We're staying nice and still on both. Good. Here's 6. Here's 7. And here's 8. Reach it, lower it down. You can release back into a little shell stretch here. And stack it back up. Good. Coming into just a nice shoulder rotation and release. Let's keep one hand pressing onto the floor. Open out the front arm away from you, pressing one hand into the floor, rotating that thoracic spine. Good. Now we're going to let this elbow bend that's on the bottom. Drop the shoulder, let your thoracic spine rotate and reach the arm in the opposite direction. Come back up, press into the floor like you're pulling a bow and arrow, shoulder away from the ear, and then reach down and through. Inhale, come up. Reach down, nice stretch. Inhale, come up. Reach down, nice stretch. One more, come up. Reach down, nice stretch. Bring it up and we'll switch sides. So that hand's going to stay pressing into the floor. We rotate up to the ceiling. That shoulder goes back. The bottom hand presses into the floor. You're going to come under the arm, reaching as far as you can with that bottom hand. Press into the floor. Open out that thoracic spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Press it up and rotate open. Exhale down. Inhale, press up and rotate open. Exhale down. Inhale, press up and rotate open. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, sorry. Inhale up. Last one. And inhale it all the way up. Good, and once again, just release it back and relax those shoulders. All right, staying on those hands and knees, let's move into the glutes a little bit more. So I want you to press your elbows down to the floor here. And from here, your torso is going to be nice and long and in a neutral spine, but you're not going to be arching the back. So just notice that difference between kind of extending the spine or coming into a hyperextension and staying in neutral. You want to think of that tailbone, that torso staying nice and long and strong. I'm going to extend one leg out nice and long without moving the pelvis. This foot is technically still on the floor. Abs nice and tight and strong. Now, I'm going to tuck that toe, and then I'm going to tuck the inside toe as well. So both toes are on the floor. Abs are nice and tight, and I'm on my elbows here. I just want you to take a nice inhale, connect the core with both knees up off the floor. So your hips press up to the ceiling just gently, and lower back down, little tap of that knee. Exhale, lift the knee off the floor on the bottom. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift that back knee off the floor. Keep the pelvis in place, the abs nice and tight. 4. Exhale, lift the knee. Tap it down. 5. Exhale, lift. Tap it down. 6. Exhale, lift. Tap it down. 7. Feel that core engage. Tap it down and hold it right there. Now that bottom knee can stay on the floor. You're going to release that top leg. Let it lift up so you're nice in alignment with your shoulder through your hip to that foot. I don't want the leg turned out, so you shouldn't see both hips. And you don't want to see this leg go higher and overarch the back, right? You want to keep that neutral. You're going to lower the leg, hinging at the hip. Exhale, squeeze up. Inhale, lower. Keep that long lever. Squeeze up for 2. Lower. Inhale, exhale up for 3. Inhale, exhale up for 4. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, exhale up for 5. Inhale, exhale up for 6. Getting up to that nice long line. 7. Exhale for 8 and hold it there. Now let's flex that foot. You're going to cross the leg down over the bottom leg, tapping the toe to the floor, and then lift it back up to where it was for 1. Cross it down over and lift up for 2. Try not to rotate the pelvis as the leg goes down for 3. Inhale, up for 4. Inhale, up for 5. Inhale, up for 6. Inhale, up for 7. Inhale, up for 8, and hold it there. Now you're going to lower it straight down. You can tap that toe straight down, lift it up, bring it down across, lift it up, down straight, lift it up, down across, lift up for 2, down straight, lift it up, down across, lift it up for 3, straight down, shoulders away from the ears, lift it up for 4, straight down, across for 5. You have 3 more here. Straight down, across for 6, straight down, across for 7, straight down, across for 8. And you're just going to lower that leg, lower the knee, and you can release back, stretch the spine, stretch that leg. Let the hips wiggle just a little bit if you want to, and release it and come back up. Okay, same thing other side now. So let the knees come about hip distance apart. Your hips are still in neutral. Your abs are tight. That both feet are going to hook, but you're going to straighten one leg out on the floor. So keep the pelvis in place, the abs nice and tight. You're going to lift that knee up off the floor and then lower it down. Lift the knee, keep neutral in the pelvis, and lower for 2. Lift it and lower for 3. Your core is engaged. Your spine stays in the center. And lower it for 4. Lift. Pressing into that thigh in the front. 5. Lift. Press down for 6. 2 more. Lift. Press down for 7. 1 more. Lift. Press down for 8 and let it release right there. Take that back leg. It's going to come up. Keep the pelvis in place. Don't let it change, and lower. Keep the back nice and long. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, straight down. Lift for 3. Inhale, down. Neck is long. 4. Keep the elbows right under the shoulders away from the ears. Don't lean heavily into that bottom hip. 2 more. 1 more. Hold it there. Flex that foot. Take it down. You're going to cross it down over that bottom foot and bring it back up straight. Cross it down. and back up for 2. Don't let your tail wag. Cross down, back up for 3. Cross down, abs are tight. Cross down. Cross down. 2 more, cross. 1 more. Hold it right there. You're going to keep that foot flexed. It comes straight down, tap, and lift. Now cross and lift. Straight down and cross. And 2. Straight down. Cross for 3. Straight down. Cross for 4. Straight down. Cross. You have 3 more. Straight down. Lift it up. 2 more. Straight down. Cross it. Last one. Straight down. And cross it. And release it down. Bend that knee and just shift it back away from the shoulders. And let your hip drop. They can wiggle side to side just a little bit. Excellent. Shift up and let's just turn over. Give your legs just a little bit of a break here. Flip down, come all the way down onto your back. So lying down on the mat here, take a nice inhale. We're going to just start engaging in that core a little bit. Let's come into a little bit of an imprint, lengthening that lumbar spine underneath you, and then releasing to your neutral. So focus just on the lumbar spine for a minute, just on that. Think of tailbone toward the bottom of the rib cage, pressing down into the mat. Inhale and then release. Try not to involve the glutes here. I want you to try to make it happen just in the abdominals for a moment. Exhale. All right, so we're going to work in that imprint a little bit today, where we're lengthening the lumbar spine down in toward the mat. You're connecting all of these muscles tight and strong. We're going to try to keep that connection and bring one leg and then the other into tabletop, keeping this nice imprinted position, lengthening the spine. We're going to take a nice inhale, look down toward the toes, and then exhale. Slide the rib cage, adding thoracic flexion into this as well. So now everything is pressing down into the floor underneath me. I'm not rounding per se, but I'm feeling that connection of everything lengthening underneath me, all of these muscles weaving in together. Yes, this is part of the work, is holding and breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good, now we're going to keep this connection. See if we can lower one foot toward the floor without that pelvis shifting and bring it back up. So I'm not able to get that foot quite to the floor here. I almost get there and bring it back up. And you might not be able to tell because I'm wearing black socks and it's a black mat, but I'm not quite able to touch the floor while keeping my pelvis in this position. If it starts to be too much in my neck and shoulders, I can release the head down here. The same goes for you. You can release the head down to the floor so that you're not having that tension in the neck and the shoulders. You're not going to feel less work in your core, I promise. You just won't feel that tension in the neck and shoulders, and that's okay. We're allowed to get out of that. You can take a little break from it if you need to, and then see if you can come back up and keep the tension out of the neck and shoulders and just feel the core firing. Just feel this strong connection. So keeping the knee bent, we're moving through the hip, tapping down and bringing it up. Tapping down and bringing it up. And let's give it a little break. Release the head, neck, and shoulders back. Relax the knees either into the chest, or you could extend the legs out long on the floor, stretching there if you want to. Excellent. Let's continue on, see if we can challenge that a little bit more. So let's keep the legs in tabletop. We'll start there. Start in a nice little imprinted position so the spine is lengthened toward the mat. Nod the chin and come into flexion, abs nice and tight and strong, connecting everything so that you really know you're not moving here. Okay, we're going to try extending one leg away from us, and the lower you go, the more challenging it is, and bring it back in. Exhale, extend the other leg and bring it back in. So I'm keeping my hands right here because it helps me to check in with my pelvis and what's happening on the inside here. You might find the same thing. Exhale, press and lengthen and lower. Inhale it in. Exhale. Inhale it in. You could also keep one or both hands behind the head if that's helpful. Or, of course, letting the head come down, staying with it, connecting, compressing, Not letting anything rock, not letting anything twist, not letting anything move here. You're just lengthening through. Inhaling in. Inhaling, that's a new word. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. We're going to do 2 more, one each side. Compressing, connecting, not letting that pelvis move. This is different than maybe what you're used to. And then let's release back, quick little break again, just to make sure we're checking in with the body. Keeping everything challenging, but not painful. So if you're feeling like your back is moving around a lot, or you're feeling some popping or creasing, try decreasing the range of motion, making it a little bit smaller. And then if that doesn't work, if you're still feeling that level of pain, eliminate something out of it. So it might be putting one foot down on the floor and just working on one side. It might be letting your head come down and just keeping the head down the whole time. Everybody's going to have a different level that's going to feel right for their body. Find the place where it's a nice balance between a challenge and painful. I don't want it to hurt other than work. Okay, we're going to add on the biggest one. So we're going to work unilaterally now and add in some upper body. So nod the chin, come into flexion. Keep that nice little imprinted position. Good. Now what I'd like you to do is take your hands. You're going to put them on the thighs right at your knees. And you're going to press the fingertips or press the palms into your knees while you pull your knees into your hands. So you're making this 2-point connection and feel that deep in the core connection. Good. Now let's keep one hand where it is. Take the other hand away and extend that leg out. Don't let anything else move. Keep this connection here and pull back in and add the connection again. Reach it up and away and add the connection. Now this arm does not have to go overhead. It can go up right to here and pull the connection in. And this leg doesn't have to go far. It can just go a little bit. Pull the connection in. So we're trying to keep everything really still, bringing ourselves to a challenge with that one arm while this one stays connected and doesn't move. Don't let your shoulders feel like they're shifting side to side. Exhale, one more. Exhale. Okay, no break this time. Connect and keep this side connected now. Other side goes out. It might be harder on this side. It is for me. Reach it and bring it in. Connect, 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 connect. Reach it and bring it in. Connect, connect, connect. Reach. Bring it in. 3 more. And bring it in. 2 more. And bring it in. 1 more. Oh my gosh. Bring it in and release it back. This time, if you want to stretch those legs out, you go right ahead. Arms can stretch overhead. Let that whole core just open out everything. All right, moving on up. Nod the chin. Rock yourself up to a seated position. Grab a little sip of water here if you want. We're going to rotate back down to your hands and knees again. And we're going to add on. Okay, so I said we were going to go back into some hip rotation and things like that here. And that's exactly what we're doing. So we're on hands and knees again. We're going to take that first leg that we like to work. We're going to find this nice strong neutral. Abs nice and tight and strong and connected. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. You're going to take the outside knee and you're just going to lift this leg up and then lower it down. It lifts straight up without rotating in the spine here. So the spine is staying nice and long and lowered down for 3. Lateral rotation and lower down for 4. Reach it up and lower down for 5. Reach it up and lower down for 6. Reach it up and lower down for 7. Reach it up and lower down. Now we're going to go straight back with it. So we're doing the same thing that we did with that straight leg, right? You're keeping your core really engaged. You're not letting any movement happen in the spine. You're coming up and lowering down. Coming up, squeezing that glute. Keep your pelvis in place. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Now we're going to do a nice circle and we're going to go backwards first. So you go up to the side, back, and then down. Up to the side, back, and then down. Up to the side, back for 3. Up to the side, back for 4. Up to the side, back for 5. Up to the side, back for 6. Up and back. 1 more. Up and back and down. Now start from the back. Come up and forward for 8. Keep the pelvis in place, belly button in for 7. Up and forward 6, shoulders away from the ears. Up around 5. Up around 4. Up around 3. Up around 2. Up around 1. And just a quick little release, relax for a second there. Okay, that's good enough. I want to continue. I want you to take your back elbow, so the one that's further away from, or the opposite arm. So if I just had my right knee going, I'm going to put my left elbow on the floor. Does that make sense? Okay, good. Now, you're keeping that left elbow on the floor, and you're going to let that right arm push toward me. So, or look like I am toward you. Lift the knee. Start from there. So now you're turning out a little bit more. The knee is lifted and it's still in front of my hip. The knee is bent at 90 degrees. I'm going to extend the leg so it's straight. You're going to lower this leg. It could tap on the floor right next to you so it's straight out from my hip, and then you're going to lift it straight up. Lower and lift straight up for 2. Lower and lift straight up for 3. Lower, lift straight up for 4. Lower, lift straight up for 5. Lower, lift straight up for 6. Lower, lift straight up for 7. Lower, lift up and hold it there. Bend the knee, press that heel out. Bend the knee, reach it forward. Bend, press out. Bend, reach straight. Bend, press out. Bend, reach straight 3. Bend, push out. Bend, 4. Bend, push out. Bend, 5. Bend, push out. Bend, 6. Bend, push out. Bend, 7. Bend, push out. Bend, 8. Lower this leg for a second. So it's straight behind you. Come up onto your hands. Take this back foot and tuck it, just tuck the toes so that you can shift the hips straight back to that back knee. Feel that nice inner thigh stretch. And then shift straight ahead toward your fingertips. Shift that hip straight back toward that heel. Straight ahead. Back toward the heel. Straight ahead. Beautiful. Everybody doing okay? If you need a little pad under that knee, feel free to grab it right now if you want to, because we're staying here for one more exercise. We're going to put those two together as we transition into the bar section of this class. So you're going to lower that back elbow back down, back to the same position, lower the toes down. You're going to take that foot off the floor, lift it straight up. You're going to bend, extend, bend, reach forward, tap, and lift. 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 Bend, extend, bend, reach forward, tap, lift. Bend, extend, bend, reach, tap, lift. Last 2. Reach, tap. Last 1. Reach it, tap it, set it down, foot all the way on the floor, straight out from your hip, come back up onto that hand, and again, shift back toward the glute, and back straight ahead. Whoo! Back toward the glute, inner thigh release, let this glute release as well, and back. Now, the great thing is, you get to do it on the other side. Aren't you excited? Rotate around. So you can stay where you are. I'm going to rotate around because otherwise I can't see you. We're going to start on hands and knees. We're going to start with that opposite hip. We're going to lift it and lower it for 8. Lift it. Now, the great thing is it was already doing some work stabilizing on the other side, right? Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And I'm not cueing you whether to start on right or left. We're going to go straight back with this now. So I'm kind of hoping that you're paying attention to your body a little bit. And sometimes you start on the opposite side than you normally do. Exhale, keep your pelvis in place. Don't let your back arch away from you like you're doing. You don't want to feel like you're hyperextending into that lumbar spine. You want to feel like your spine is staying super still in the middle of all this, literally. 2. We're going to add the circles. We're going to go backwards with it first. So we lift to the side, go back around for 1. Lift to the side, back around for 2. Lift to the side, back around for 3. Lift to the side, back around for 4. Lift side, back around for 5. Side, back around for 6. 2 more. Now we're going to go the other way with it. We go straight back and come forward for 8. straight back, come forward for 7. 2 more. And 1. Okay. I believe we went right into the side here. So we're going to take that elbow down to the floor. Other hand stays on the floor. You're going to take this leg up to the side, and you're going to stretch it forward, lower that toe down to the floor. Right here, we're going to lift it up and lower it down for 8. Lift it and lower for 7. I'm just going to rotate a little bit because I feel like I can't see. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up. 1, bend the knee, extend it back. 8, bend it, extend back. 7, bend it, extend back. 6, bend it, extend back. 5, bend it, extend back. 4, connect to the core. 3, connect. 2, connect. And 1, connect. We're just going to lower that leg straight out to the side. Tuck that back toe, come back up onto the hand. Shift back toward the glute and shift forward. Back toward that glute on that other side now. Little inner thigh release. Try to let that glute release in the front as well. And come forward toward the fingers one more time. Back. Again, we're staying here on this knee, so if you needed to add a little pad underneath it, feel free. Good. Untuck those toes. Lower that back elbow back down to the floor, keeping that hand pressing. We're going to take this leg. We're going to lift it. We're going to bend it, extend it. Bend it, lift it, lower, lift. Bend, extend. Bend, reach forward, lower, 2. Bend, extend. Bend, reach, lower, 3. Bend, extend. Bend, reach, lower, 4. Bend, extend. Bend, reach, lower, 5. Bend, extend. Bend, reach it, lower, 6. Bend, extend, lower, 7. 1 more. Bend, extend, lower it down. Flex that foot, come up onto the hands, shift back again. And forward. 1 more back. And forward. Good, and release it back. Okay, shake out those legs a little bit. I'd like to transition up now. So we're going to be coming more standing. I'm just going to adjust a little bit here, but I want to give you a moment to ask a question as I add a little bit of music here. Eliza, I know that for you, all right, so right from where we just were, we're going to keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Abs nice and tight and strong and connected the whole time. Bring the toes behind you, and I want your knees just about hip distance apart here so that you can do a nice lift of the knees off the mat. So we're going to take a nice inhale, exhale, lift. The knees are just lifted off the mat. Holding that position, hands under the shoulders, abs connect. Now, keep the hands and the feet where they are, but press the legs to straight and shift back to down dog. So abs are tight. You can pedal the feet a little bit, stretch the calves if you want to. Come back forward. You should be able to keep your hands and your feet pretty much in the same spot to plank. Good. Soften the knees. Press back. Your knees are hovering. Down dog. Pedal the feet if you want to. Shift forward to plank. Hands and feet stay in the same place, hopefully. So keep the hands there, keep the feet there. What you're going to do is you're going to bend your knees toward the floor, then press back with the arms toward the feet. Good, then you're going to straighten the legs right from there, coming right to down dog. Pedal the feet if you want to. Good, come back to plank, hold it. Good, shift back to that crouching. Shift up to down dog. All right, that's the last time. We're going to go through it a little bit faster now. We go to plank, back down, then down dog. That's the longest time. So go plank, shift back. Down dog and hold it for the remainder. 5, 6, 7, plank. Shift back. Lift down dog. 5, 6, 7, and plank. Shift. Down dog. One more time. Plank. Shift. Down dog. Okay, now it gets a little harder. We go from down dog to the shift. And we come forward to plank. From plank, we go straight up to down dog. Crouch. Shift through to plank. Hold the plank. So now we're holding plank longer. Down dog. Cover. Press forward to plank. Feel how the legs are shooting you forward. Come to down dog. Lower to crouch. Press forward to plank. Woo! Can you do 4 more? Down dog. Cover. Shifted plank. Good. Shift up. Down dog. Lower to hover. Plank. 2 more. That's all you got, right? Down dog. Lower the knees. Hover. Press it with the legs. Plank. Last time. Lower the knees. Hover. Press forward, plank. Walk your feet to your hands. Let your hands release. Let your head hang. Nice stretch. Roll it up. Ooh, just let everything release for a second here. Grab a quick sip of water if you would like it. I'm gonna just shift this up so you can see and turn and face me. Beautiful. So starting facing straight ahead here. Abs nice and tight and strong. Let's start with just a little side-to-side motion, engaging that core just a little bit more. Give your shoulders a nice break. That should have felt like a good bit of work, both your shoulders, your core, and maybe even those quads and the legs, right? So once we get kind of a good beat going underneath us, we're going to start with a shift to your right leg and pressing up. Now, your torso is staying long. You're coming onto one leg and the hip is going behind the knee. And then you'll press up and bring the legs back together, okay? Then we'll be doing a little lift to the side. Then we'll be doing a squat with an alternating lift. All right? So just a little bit more movement, bigger muscles here. Still working the glutes, still working the legs. Get here really seated. All right, let's take it to your right. We'll go back, come up. 2, come up. 3, push up. 4, push up. 5, push up. 6, push. 7, push. Add that leg lift. Bend, lift. 3, lift. 4, lift. 5, lift. 6, 7, 8. Now you're just gonna squat, lift the left, or right, sorry. Left. Squat, lift. Squat, lift. Squat, lift. Squat, lift. You ready to go to your right? Right. In. 2. I'm sorry, this is your left, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, push. 7, push. Add the lift. 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 Up. 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 Squat. Lift your right. Right. Left. Left. Lift. 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 Now, take it to the front. Knee. Knee. Think of that plank we did, pulling the knee in, or we were on hands and knees today, right? Hold that right leg up. Hold it. Woo! Back up. There it is. Good. Abs nice and tight. Lift it up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Up. Up. Core tall. Up. Hold it up. Pulse it. 8, 7, core engage. 6, 5, 4, 2, hold it. Reach to meet and bend. Reach it, bend. Reach it, bend. Reach it, get tall. Woo! Work that balance. Core engage. 2, 1, lower it down, bring it in. Shake it out just a little bit. Good, let's do squats here. I'm going to just wait for the top edge to shake out. 5, 6, squat lift. Left, right, left, right. Get low, get high. Low, high, low, high, low. Keep that left leg up. Okay, find the balance. My better side, can you tell? Lower and lift the leg. Down for 8, 7, core engage. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, extend it, and then 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend it, lower it down, shake both out. Woo, walk those heels in, toes out. Give your hips just a nice little stiff side to side, shake them out. How about a nice little circle around with that pelvis? Let your back release, relax. Let it feel good, go the other way. Ooh, that feels good, doesn't it? Okay, if you want to add weights to this part, you can. If you feel like your shoulders are pretty good today, you do not have to add the weights, okay? So I'll do it without the weights. You have the option. Heels are in, toes are out. Arches are lifted, feet are a little wider than your shoulders. Hands have the weight in the palms of the hands. Elbows in slightly, kind of following the line of your toes. So my hands will come slightly in front of my toes. All right, here we go. Sit into that plie, demi-plie position, 6, 7, 8 will come down and out. 3, down and press. Now we're going to lift the right heel down and press. Keep the pelvis the same, it doesn't change. Press that heel up, up, up. Sit into the plie, hold it, take the arms out, bicep curl, and open. 7. Now if you don't have weights like I do, create some tension. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower that heel, come up and open, up and open. Both heels are down. Add that left heel, lift it, bend, extend. Keep the heel up, pelvis in place. Stays nice and strong. Sitting into that right leg a little heavier now. Stay down here, turn the palms forward to me. Feel the bicep curl. Heel still lifting, take it forward. 4 more. 3, 2, 1, open it out, lower the heel. Sorry, walk those feet in. Shake it out just a little bit. Arms come overhead, you've got both weights in both hands or one in each if you need to keep them separated. If the elbows behind or up above the head does not feel good, take your elbows behind you and do your tricep extension here. Okay, so it's whatever's right for you. First position, heels in, toes out. Arms overhead if you can. Don't let your rib cage arch away from your back. Bend and extend. Demi, squeeze. 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 Press. Use those triceps. Squeeze. So create some tension by squeezing those hands together if you don't have the weight. 7, 6, 5, 4. Arms lifted, knees go out. Stay in your demi-plie. Arms only 8, and then 7. Sit in your glutes. 6, 5, 4, 3, woo, 2, 1. Bring it all the way up, lower those arms down, just give them a little shake. Okay. Keep the heels in together just like they are. Abs nice and tight and strong. We're gonna bring those hands in front of you. Elbows can be together if you have the weights, they're right in front of your face. Okay, abs tight, you're gonna demi-plie and press. Hands are just staying together for now. Now as we come up, little press to the ceiling with those arms. Shoulders back, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Make sure all of your toes are still in contact with the floor. Make sure your inner thighs and your glutes are squeezing. Those arms don't go any higher than your shoulders can stay back. Hold down. We'll find the pulse here. Up, up, up. Just halfway. Up, up. You know what? These are so good. Let's do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it back. Take out those arms. I'd like to add a little bit of extension with those shoulders. So let's rotate the toes to me. Abs nice and tight and strong. You're going to be doing a hinge at your hips and pressing those arms slightly toward the ceiling as you come over. What I want you to keep in mind here is that you're keeping this torso long, and if you'll notice, my hips are staying right over my heels the whole time. So I'm taking that hinge directly from the torso and the pelvis and then coming back up. Does that make sense? You've got the weights in the hands. Let's turn the palms to the ceiling. Bring the hands slightly behind you. Abs nice and tight. Legs are straight. You're going to hinge down, come up. Hinge down. Keep your neck long. Come up. There's going to be pressure in the low back. If you're feeling like there's pressure in the low back, try softening your knees, but keep the same hinge. Down and up. Down and up. Shift that weight back toward your heels just a smidge so that you're not leaning into the toes. Down and up. Working the shoulders and extension. They stay back and up. Down and up. Come down and hold right here. Release those arms toward the floor. They're going to come into a nice bend. Think of the opposite of push-up. Elbows come back at 45. Weight is in those glutes. Abs are tight and connected. Drop back and down. Now again, if you don't have weights or if they're really light, create the tension in the back. Squeeze. Abs connect. Squeeze. Keep the neck long. Let this feel good in the rest of your body. Let the shoulders do that work. 2. Hold it up. Little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Rotate the palms in. Elbows in a little closer. Pulse it back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. You can put the weights down on the floor right here. Round your spine. Hands can rest. Head can relax. Good. I want you to keep your hands on the floor here and step 1 foot back nice and far. Coming into a nice lunge here. Good. Let that back leg rotate or toe come to the floor and knee come down. Bring yourself up to the side. Pressing the hip toward the floor. Hip flexor stretch right there. Make sure this front heel is flat. Good. Now, your hands can come to the floor here. You're going to straighten this front leg, stretching the hamstring on that front leg. Hands can come to the floor on the sides. Let that front leg rotate in and out a little bit if you want to. Good. Now, we're going to take this foot, put it down. I'm going to let your whole body rotate to me. So what you're going to do is you're going to rotate that leg, straighten out this back leg, and rotate to me. So it transitions into an inner thigh stretch here. Hands can stay on the floor if you want to, if you're able to keep that, or bring it up to the leg if that's more comfortable. Good. I'm just going to walk around to the other side here, rotate the foot, come into a lunge on the opposite side. Good. Carefully set that knee down. Bring it into that nice hip flexor stretch, deepening, pressing the hips toward the floor. Good. Let's shift it back. Hands can come next to that leg, and you can give it a rotate in and out if you want to for the hamstring stretch. Good, bring that foot back to the floor. Let's rotate the whole body out to face me, inner thigh stretch here. As low as you want to go or as high as you need to go. Good, use the hands on the floor to shift up. Walk the hands to the sides, round it up, exhale. Good, you can step in, nice inhale. Exhale, shake it out. Great job, everybody. I hope you had a great